Sorry, I could not join yesterday. I totally forgot about the time lag. The daylight saving lost the timing. So today we are going to revise the same Murli. So is the original Murli that was spoken in 1980 on the Day of Remembrance, 18 January. So I was just thinking, I'll just quickly read through and then so we can revise as we go through. So Baba says,
yes, right? So yesterday, we read the other one, 18/01/1970 Murli.
Oh, 70. Oh, okay, so let me just down. Oh, so this is a short Murli and then we can just quickly revise. So 1970, 18 January, attainments of willpower by making complete will. One of the things Baba always emphasizes is the wordplay. So sometimes you may think, what is will got to do with willpower? So then Baba connects these two words, even though it rhymes, but it also he also makes connection between these two words. So when you make a determination, then the power follows the determination. So why have you called Baba today? What is Baba Dada seeing today? In what form is Baba seeing each star? What specialities does he see in the stars? Baba is seeing the closeness to the perfection of each star. Do all of you yourself know how close to perfection you have come? What is the sign of coming close to the stage of perfection? The sign of perfection is that you will be able to recognize all aspects in every way and in every form. What did you remember throughout today? Today, did you remember physical form or the divine activity? Did you remember anything else with the physical form? Someone said, we remember Baba's teachings and the drama. Do you remember the one without an image, together with the physical form? For how long were you in remembrance of the one with a physical form? And for how long were you in remembrance of the one without an image? So Baba is talking about Sri Baba and Brahma Baba. Or was the remembrance of both merged? By remembering the one with the physical form together with the one without an image, you yourself will develop a good character. So in Hindi it rhymes Chitra, Charitra, and character is what Baba is telling about Vichitra, Chitra, and Charitra. If you simply remember the one with physical form and his activity, you'll only remember the activities. Therefore, together with the one without an image, also remember the one with the physical form and his activities. Today, did you do anything special? Were you simply lost in remembrance? Or together with remembrance, did you also do something else? Since being absorbed in the result, absorbed is the result of remembrance. What other special tasks did you perform? Look at your chart for the whole year. Did you check the result of this Avyakt study? Avyakt love and cooperation. What is the 12 months paper of the Avyakt love and cooperation? Sneha and Sahyog. Did you check that? It is only after checking that you are able to pay extra attention to yourself. So today you have to check your own paper. How far have you moved away from corporeal feeling to subtle feeling? You have to check this. If you have moved forward in your awake stage, your activities will be spiritual. If you have moved forward in your awake stage, your activities will be spiritual. What is a practical sign of your awake stage? The spiritual activity. To what extent have you become spiritual while living in the world? You have to check this. What was the first exam you took this year? How many marks did each of you claim in this test of faith? You yourself know that. You have taken the examination of the faith. What exam did you have to take now? You fail even while knowing about the exam in advance. For some, this is very difficult paper, whereas for others, a difficult paper is yet to come. Just as you took the paper of the faith in this exam, in the same way, what paper are you going to take now? Just as previously you had the support of the instrument in the corporeal form, even now there are those who are instruments in the drama to support you in the corporeal form. He has the instrument before and is still instrument now. They are the elevated supports for the whole family in the corporeal form. Baba is with you in Avyakt form. The greater the love there is, the greater the cooperation you'll receive. Because of lack of love, you receive less cooperation. To have love for the corporeal form means to have love for the whole genealogical tree. The corporeal form is not alone. Together with Prajapita Brahma, there is also the whole family. You are the beads of the rosary, are you not? There isn't just one bead in the rosary. In a rosary, in the one in the one thread of remembrance, the whole family is merged with love. This is like being threaded in the rosary with the thread of love. The deity family exists in the future, but this Brahmin clan has great importance. The more love and closeness you have to the Brahmin clan, so you will be that close in the divine kingdom. What proof did you see in the corporeal form? Whom does Bapdada place in front? Children. The children, because without the children, the name of the mother and father cannot be glorified. So, just as Baba demonstrated to you the corporeal form, you have to follow. Here, you are given the paper in advance. You have already taken the paper of faith. Now, you have to take the paper of the one's love, cooperation, and power, Sneha, Sahyog, and Shakti. The time is coming close in which the image of all of you of the previous cycle is to be revealed. You have to give a finger in order to transform all the variety of problems. The mountain of iron age will be crossed anyway, but during this year, you have to give a finger of love and cooperation to the problems of the mind, the problems of the body, and the problems through the atmosphere. Body, mind, and the atmosphere, and to the mountain of all other problems. There will be problems of the body. You have passed in Laukic relationship, but there will also be small and big problems with the alaukic relations. However, you must consider all of those problems to be a paper. Do not consider them to be practical aspects. Consider them to be a paper. If you pass through them, consider them to be a paper and you will pass. Now, we have to see how many pass with the paper with when the paper is out. Then Baba will give the results of this paper. At present, you have to imbibe willpower in yourself. As yet, you do not have that willpower. You have power according to your yoga and according to your capacity. How will you develop willpower? What is the method for developing willpower? Why is willpower lacking? Do you know the reason for this? Why is remembrance lacking? Baba demonstrated to you by performing actions in corporeal form how it is possible to develop willpower. What was the first step he took? He willed everything. He did not take long to will it. Until you will away completely all the weaknesses you have internally and externally, you cannot develop willpower. Did Sakar Baba think about anything? How will it happen? What will happen? Did he ever think that? If someone wills something after thinking about everything, he does not receive as much fruit. The difference is like that between a sacrifice and an instant sacrifice. Which one is accepted first? The one that is accepted first receives the number one power. Those who are not accepted in the beginning do not attain that much power. Think about this. Bab knows the future as well as the present. So, on seeing the strings of karmic bondages in the future of the present birth, Baba does not instantly inspire you to race ahead. It is your duty to cut away the strings of the karmic bondage. If even one string is yet to be cut away, the mind will be pulled. This is why Baba is waiting for you to cut away the strings. If the strings are already broken, will that person wait? Those who are free never wait for any bondages. What do you have to do today? You also have to remember what preparations you have to make for the coming year. If you make the bodiless one your partner, you will receive cooperation in being bodiless. If you receive less cooperation in being bodiless and success is not so visible, you can understand that you have not made the bodiless one your partner. The wonder is of those who make difficult things easy. To overcome easy things is not wonder. The wonder is to overcome difficulties. The wonder is to not consider difficult things to be difficult. What will happen if you wield in even the slightest difficulty? Those who make a bargain in 1 second never become trapped anywhere. Those who move fast will never be trapped anywhere. Those who become trapped cannot go fast. You have to go fast, seeing the last stage. You have a chance of going fast. Even now, simply take a high jump. You will not be able to go fast at the end. Acha? So, it's a beautiful Murli. And try to see the timing and try to see how relevant is it even now. So if you actually see, even today in the Murli also we were reflecting. So one of the things Baba emphasizes is Adi So Ant. So when Baba says Adi So Ant, Baba is actually talking about whatever happened in the beginning days, it will happen again. And one of the things we heard a lot is in the beginning there may not be too many sadhans, but there is a lot of sadhana. So and then I was yesterday I was spending a lot of time mainly reflecting on that point. Like, what is it Dadis did? And especially when you hear from Dadis themselves, not paraphrased by somebody else, somebody who has witnessed themselves, somebody who have actually gone through the process, then you get a much more clear picture. So I strongly recommend you to listen to Dadi sharing their yagya history. Like there is a lot of videos on Luhar. So one of the things Dadis was pointing out, what is it that they were practicing in that 14 years of tapasya? Even the Gyan was also not that clear at that time. They were not even clear about the soul or the supreme soul or the nature of the cycle and especially the nature of the confluence age. So and actually, if you actually see this thing, 18 January, 1970. It is 1 year first anniversary of Baba leaving the body in 1969 when Baba left the body. So, and here also in the Murli, Baba was emphasizing, see, there are a lot of test papers that came. And the test papers are more of the faith. And whoever has got through that, they came out solid. Because a good number of people uh, did not follow through after Baba left the body, follow through the Gyan. So, this is where in this Murli, Baba is mainly emphasizing on the power of faith. And just imagine this 2025 is being a very interesting year. Things can start happening which we have never thought about. And if we actually start thinking about it, we will not go much far. Right? For example, if you want to try to find solutions for, oh, what happened? Why did this happen? What should I do? And if you start using our reasoning or logic, um, you will not find why something happens and what is it that you need to do. It will not be that black and white anymore. So from here onwards, we have to use something which is very subtle. And this is one thing which I found the Adis were using when Yajna started. So one of the things, especially in 1930s, when Baba himself had, Manohar Dadi was sharing this point, and actually Dadi Prakash Mani was also re-emphasizing that point. When Baba started having this visions, vision of Vishnu, vision of golden age, vision of destruction, he was still attending satsangs with gurus. That last 1-2 months, he had very strong visions, and at the same time, but Baba also start having this. Still continue to attend gurus and satsangs and stuff, and that is when one day when I think somewhere in Bombay or Calcutta, he had this deep experience of in the satsang, and he had this deep experience of some other power working through him. He himself observing what actually is happening through him, and that is when we hear this Nijananda Swarupam Shivoham Shivoham. So when that incident happened, he tried to witness himself. That is when the real shift started happening. That is when he really let go of bhakti, of even in this Murli, Baba was emphasizing around. So we use when we free ourselves from bondages. One of the bondages is the physical, Laukik, and also alaukik bondages. Baba also mentioned alaukik bondages. So the way to free ourselves is you need to experience something and bring your attention to that which you have experienced. So whatever you pay attention, that will start getting stronger, and that exactly is what Brahma Baba did. He has invested so much in bhakti bhavna, like his reverence for God, reverence for Vishnu, reverence for sannyasis was so deep. He invested enough emotions into that relationships. So it took Baba some time to break himself free, and the way he did it is not by giving straight gyan, but he gave some other experience. And Brahma Baba has the discerning power to see which is what. So the the feelings that have the grip that has on him, the feelings of bhavana, the bhakti bhavana, the grip that had on him, and the new experience that he experienced through the visions and through Baba's presence, he could see the contrast. And that's it. That's when he started saying like Chitra, Vichitra, and all of the these words are coming. So why I'm sharing all of this thing is right now. So we might have to practice the same practices what dadis have practiced in the early days. And these murlis of 69 and 70s are very relevant because that is where Baba is trying to clarify how this the feelings that we experience or the kind of mm, relationship that we build to something which is intangible, nothing physical, um, has to become very tangible. Follow, right? And that is where I see a lot of this um, tools Baba is giving in the Murlis, like for example, willpower. And behind all of these words, we have to attribute those things to something spiritual experience. For example, willpower is determination to become get a promotion, and that is also determination. But what is that backed by? That is backed by a desire. In the same way, here also the willpower is will to what? Will what? Like what should I offer up? What is it just the actions, or is it just something physical? Is it just material? Or is it just emotional, or is it something more deeper? Right? So once we start going behind these words, because words will be the same, because we may have read this Murli many times, but how we have interpreted the Murli every time we read, how we are attributing what energy we are attributing behind each word keeps changing every time we start meditating. Follow, right? So before I go further, I just want to give a pause. Let's take a minute, and based on the subtlety Baba is bringing in this Murli, based on what Baba is pointing us to, let's take a pause and bring our attention to the shift he wants us to make at that subtle and incorporeal level. As you start slowing down, as you're making your body comfortable and your mind to settle down, gently bring your attention to what is behind the mind. Bring your attention to what your emotions making you feel the way you feel. And try to discern what is backing these emotions, what is backing this state of my sense of self. And just allow that emotions which is driven out of limited logic to fade off and allow your attention to go to that state of yourself which is eternal, which is based on eternal. Bring your attention to that which is not transient. Something which is not from this physical world. That which is always present. When you are in that state, you are very stable and steady. Try to stabilize in this awareness and try to redefine what Baba says about the word, the stage of perfection. Coming close to your stage of perfection. That is not defined by anything of this transient world. The stage of perfection is something beyond. Remembrance is not just a thought, or remembrance is not even a feeling. Remembrance is your stage is in tune with the stage which is perfect, which is eternal. Try to tune, try to match your stage with Baba's stage, Brahma Baba's stage. Try to tune your stage with all Dadis, advanced party, who are already perfect. Try to tune your heart with the quality of love they have for the eternal Baba, Almighty Baba. And try to see how it feels to have the divine love flowing through your heart, the same love which is flowing through Dadis and Mama and Baba. As if you are in tune, as you are threaded in this thread of love, in this rosary. Where your stage is in tune with the stage of Bab Dada and Dadi's whole family. where incorporeal is tangible. Like Baba is telling, even if one thread is not cut away, it will not allow you to stay in this stage. If all the threads are cut away, effortlessly you can stay in this stage of being threaded in this rosary of love, threaded in this love for Bapdada. Where your presence is creating huge impact. Try to observe as you consciously let go of your attention. Where is your attention getting pulled? What comes to your mind when you let go of the practice? This will give some direction to what else needs to be settled karmically. It is pulling you down, not allowing you to stay beyond. What is pulling your stage down? What emotions are dragging you down? And try to recognize what is it that I need to surrender to Baba. Because some of the things we cannot let go of ourselves. So we take Baba's help. What is it that we need to offer to Baba? Is it the responsibilities or is it the thinking about the future? Is it any uncertainty of the future? What is it that I need to offer it to Baba? Oh, Shanti. So, as you're listening to this Murli, as you are practicing, so are you able to recognize what is it that we still need to work on? What is it that is holding us back from being our perfect self? So feel free to unmute yourself and share your thoughts from. There's a lot of nice tips Baba has given, especially another word that we hear often is bodiless. Baba always says sneha and sahyog. You have love for that, then you'll get cooperation from that which you have love for. What does it mean to have love for the bodiless? Visit by?
Yeah, so we have love for the bodiless thing. We have to give time to stay with the bodiless. That's one thing. And another thought that was, when you read this Murli, so coming in my mind was the about Sakar Papa. You mentioned about, right, Sakar Papa did not have any second thought, right? So, and he did not think anything else, right? He willed everything without thinking about it, right? So he got the, I mean, he will be
Voice
getting
is
the.
not audible, brother. Hearing voice is not hearing.
Okay for me.
No, am I audible? Still problem.
It's okay, brother.
Okay. So I see the Sakar Papa, right? So we know that Sakar Papa willed everything instantly, and you, Arshabai was mentioning about the knowledge was not very clear at the initial stage, and then in spite of all that, Baba did not give a second thought, and then he willed everything, right? And that too, so much of wealth he willed, and then where if you think that, right, the kind of trust or the kind of faith that Sakar Papa had, right? So um, I was putting myself in that shoe and then tried to think, but somewhere, it for me also it took a while to realize Baba. Okay, so I think this is also according to the part, right? So people, souls have different part to play in this unlimited drama, and then and how they will is also according to the part they are going to play in the drama, right? But in this year, in this Murli, Baba more emphasized on willing all our weaknesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the thought. I mean, what was, Sakar Baba had at that time was running in his mind that in one moment he willed everything.
But if you actually see, right? So when he say he willed something, there is nothing in this physical world he's offering to, right? And if you think about here, you can at least say like, oh look, I have a property. I'll just write it to Brahma Kumaris trust. Somehow you're trying to will it to some trust because its presence has been did a lot of good to the community. So I can write it off, and there are a lot of people doing that too. So, but for Brahma Baba, there is nothing like that to write it off to. But if you go one level further, It's not even physical will. If you go one step further, what is he signing up for? What is it, an idea that he is signing up for? Because even that idea is also not clear. See, idea is nothing but gyan, right? Like soul, supreme soul, soul, world, end of the world, heaven is coming. So the whole idea is itself is not fully formed, right? So what is he is willing, he is signing up for, right? Even that idea itself is also not clear in the beginning. So if you actually see, what was he saying that I have faith in this? If you try to put a finger on that, what is it he's telling that, oh, this is it? Because the very thing he's trying to put finger on, that itself was not clear, right? At least physical gurus are like something they surrendered, they are doing some penance, they are doing something which is physical and tangible. So in other words, where I want to bring your attention is, so Baba is asking us to redefine all of these words. Will, like what are we willing it for? So in other words, we have to keep, especially when Baba talks about intense tapasya. So what are we doing when we are doing intense tapasya? So we are trying to refine and refine and refine and refine. What are we trying to refine? We are refining our focus of our attention. We are refining the focus of my heart, focus of my mind, and focus of my stage, right? How should I be feeling? If I'm not feeling, if I'm feeling heavy, that means I'm not in my own presence. If I'm feeling something, sorrow or sadness or something, I'm not in my position, right? Or if my mind is occupied with the things of this world, my focus of my mind is not in right position. So in other words, when Baba is trying to sign up, or when he said like, oh, I willed myself, he willed not even to an idea. He willed not even to any, definitely there is nothing physical to sign up for or willing it to, but he could distinguish between what Baba has instilled in him or activated within his conscience. And then he put it full force and full effort on that. And then if you actually see all the effort that Brahma Baba did, especially Jayantibhen mentions last 4 or 5 years, Baba was, even Chandra Didi who was here, who left the body, she also used to say that we saw very tangible difference between difference in Brahma Baba in last few years. So in other words, his focus was so deep in his eternal self that it started manifesting in this physical world, not just in his thoughts and feelings, but also in this material world. So they used to say that, look, we used to feel as if there is this, I'm not walking next to a person who has this worldly emotions, but I'm walking next to a person who makes me so elevated, so light. I myself feel like an angel. I myself feel I am in a body of light. And his presence activates that angelic stage within me. I myself go beyond my bodily awareness. You see, right? So it all boils down to the focus of attention Baba has instilled within each one of Baba's child. And especially when Baba says that, look, each BK is unique because they have recognized Baba. How do you tell somebody recognized Baba or not? Only you know if you have recognized or not. So in other words, what is it that we are focusing? Is it an emotion? Is it a feeling? What is it, Baba, when we hear the word Baba is ocean of love? What does it mean? So when you're focusing, every BK has their own unique experience. Only you know, nobody can define it, nobody can can take your finger and point it to you. But only you know this feels different and this feels right. And then when you follow through that, it becomes more and more tangible, more and more tangible. Follow, right? And especially when in this only when Baba was bringing our attention to something which is vichitra, something which is not physical, something which is beyond. So what is beyond? He does not. There is no words that can define what is beyond physical. But only thing is which is he can always use the words like vichitra, which is not physical, that kind of stuff. So I feel Baba is asking us to focus more on that and make your heart and mind fully absorb in that and make that manifest in this physical world. Alright.
Om Shanti.
Om
Asha.
Shanti.
Gideon sister, you please go ahead. After that,
So Bijit bhai, you want to-
Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of clarity. Thank you. So I let
Om
others to share. Thank you.
Om Shanti, brother.
Ji,
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
As you were, it's like unwinding the whole yagya reel. You just went, it's this, the Murli was just like you put a cassette inside and you're unwinding the reel. The whole reel it is like going back to that original. And when you mentioned something about dadis, I was just thinking the product which has just come out of the yagya, the products which have gone out and have become advanced party, how was that product created? How was that product made? What was that machine through which it came out? How did it become whatever Baba has defined over here, whether it's perfection, whether it's loving cooperation, how it was done? So if one wants to really understand the real, it's like going down. Like, sometimes when we listen to music, we love to listen to what we say, the old music, the old bygone music, something which touches your chord, your emotions and all. That's what I think this Murli really is 1970. And as yesterday also I shared, 1970, 18th January, the children were just 1 year old. 1 year old after leaving that soul who was totally nothing. They knew only one person, Brahma Baba. And then suddenly given that 1 year training, this Murli was a checkpoint for them. 1 year Baba took them from 18169 to 18170. If you just see those Murlis, how everywhere first bringing them to the consciousness of, yes, I am there, but I'm not there. I am here, the instrument support is there. Like even here, Baba mentions in the Murli, instrument is there. You had love for the corporeal, now have love even for the Abhay. So it's really like going back. And if you see even in this 18 steps of Baba, that's the first thing what Baba does will. And you were saying something about he just like, that word which they use in the Murli says jhatku. With a stroke, he just gave, he never even thought, nothing like like a jhatku, he gave away everything. I don't think any soul after him, that kind of jhatku. And now, to be very honest, if he had that jhatku feeling, it was that thing thrust upon Shiv Baba by him on the responsibility which he had for world transformation in the future. He was the Pied Piper. He knew that. So maybe also it was that responsibility which was thrust upon him, given. And he didn't first give his physical wealth. He first built all his weaknesses. He built all his defects. Then only he built all his physical wealth and subtle wealth. I think there are more deeper things you have to take over here in this beautiful Murli of love. So, yeah, as you said, everything has to be redefined. That's why I said it's like as if you're unwinding the whole cassette and we are going again to stage one. For me, it's one subtlety, instance, and love for this, the harbinger, and what a perfect month really to pay a kind of my heart full of love and this. I think the Murli just gives me the more of love and love for this harbinger of world transformation. Om Shanti.
I just want to share one thing. If you actually see when the yajna started in 1936, when Brahma started saying Om, lot of dadis got this golden age visions and experiences, and it is very tangible. It is not like a dream. It is not like a movie kind of experience. It is as if they themselves experienced all of that thing, right? So if you actually put yourself in their shoes, they might have signed up for that experience that they have received. You follow, right? The minute Baba said, like, look, all of this thing is Maya, stop doing all of that thing and refocus on something else, good number of them fell off. Because for them, this experience is defining what is divinity is. Follow, right? And then once the same dadis who had lot of good experiences being with Mama in 1965 when she left the body, and looking at her, she became a foundation for them. When they left, boom, so their faith started shaking. Follow, right? So then there all those who they have to redefine the version of love, which is not just what they experience through Mama and Baba, and then they have to keep redefining. I think that's where we need to go little one step every time. We should keep redefining. We should start questioning, well, maybe there is something more deeper and more subtle about this. And again, Baba also tells, like, did I really did do the good job of checking? Is like this statement where Baba says, like, if there is nothing, if there are no bondages, what is going to stop you? You'll be bodiless, and then you'll just fly off. You will not be in this body anymore. If I'm still in this body, something still need to be worked out. Some bondage need to be broken free. See. So yeah, so brother Om, you want to share?
Ajay, yes, it's a wonderful churning, which it's a very deep churning it's going on. And just one reflection I would like to bring out is that which Harsha bhai, you said, na, what was that which Brahma Baba had, that spark he experienced, and then in Jhatku he uh, willed everything. So I was just analyzing that, and I think that was the moment when Brahma Baba, when he realized that it's not any of his gurus, which is who are the behind that sakshatkars and revelations which he is getting. Gurus were having no clue about that, and that moment he realized that this some power, the supreme power, which is giving the revelations, and is got connected with that supreme power, and that utmost faith that it is not any bodily being which is creating these visions. It is the supreme power, the Shiva himself. And that moment was the decisive moment when he cross checked with the gurus, and he realized that it is the supreme power only. And I think that is the moment when he shifted aside and gave the seat to the Shiv Baba, to Shiv, supreme power. And he just observed him and engrossed, merged in his love, and whatever he became an instrument. Brahma Baba became totally 100% instrument, and absolutely followed what Shiv Baba was trying, getting things done through him. Om Shanti.
Yeah. And if you actually see one of the, like, I think couple of days ago, Baba, in Murli it came up. So what is your guide? You just, Baba's life journey itself is your guide. If you get into any confusion, look at his story, so you'll find the answer. And if you actually see one of the things, when Yajna started, the whole idea is Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahma, right? And then it started, okay, we are gods, right? We are gods, God and goddesses. And then it changed. Oh, it's not me, it's somebody else who is doing this. And then, okay, and then he said like Prajapati. So he's a husband of all Praja. And then he said, oh, no, something is missing here. And then he started and then he said, like, oh, Prajapati to Prajapita. And then it's, so in other words, Brahma Baba himself keep redefining himself, and all Dadis also start redefining their relationship with Baba. But one thing his focus was always on is purity. So purity is where he's also, even the word purity is also keep getting redefined. It's not just at the physical celibacy level, but he keeps redefining himself. And one thing he always had is this sense of honesty. So whatever he realized something, he started acting. So he continuously keep redefining and acting on it and then refocusing. So I mean, so once, because this will come really handy in our journey too, because pretty soon a lot of things will happen within a year, and you start questioning everything that you had faith on, and then you start asking like, okay, what's now, right? So this is where, like, same thing whatever Baba has gone through. So trying to figure out that journey, how um, learning to learn things, learning to navigate through things, is what Baba is bringing our attention to in most of these modules. Sorry, I think we are about time. So any
Yeah, so
last-
we have a quick announcement about tomorrow's session. Master Pai, just quickly share my screen.
Mhm.
And I want to show one flyer. Can you stop sharing? Yeah, thank you. So tomorrow we have a special class from BK brother Ashish from Nagpur. So he will be taking a session on be apt, play, practice, and transform. So I request everyone to join the session tomorrow at 5 a.m. and take the complete benefit of the session. So with that, over to you, Harshabai, for a quick meditation. We'll close the session for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Girja Ben, and thank you, Radhamani Bhai, for your sharings on the chat. Okay, so let's take a minute. Slow down and bring your attention to your essence of your presence. Align the energy in your heart and your mind to your pure essence. As you start aligning yourself to Baba, and just allowing the love Dadis and Baba had for the incorporeal to flow through your heart. Stay in tune in this rosary. Stay threaded in this thread of love. And let your perfect form do the service. Let Baba's energy work through your presence and allow Baba to do his task through you. Om Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Harsha Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a nice day.